Okay, boys and girls, this is the Scratch interface. Hopefully you've downloaded this by now. Maybe you've played around with it a little bit. This is kind of where it all happens. Two things happen in this entire screen. The first thing is that you have kind of like your television screen right here. This is what you make, you see right here. Over here in this area is how you tell the computer to do what you need it to do. Um, In Scratch, the characters are called sprites. This is sprite number one right here. You can see it down below. Sprite number one is highlighted with a blue line. That means we're working on sprite number one right now. If you had another sprite in here and it was highlighted, you'd be working with that one and not sprite number one. There's a stop sign up here, which means stop everything. And there is a green flag, which means start everything. I'm clicking the green flag now, and our sprite is doing nothing. Why isn't he doing anything? Well, that's because we haven't told him to do anything yet. And that's kind of the thing that we're going to be learning about over the next 6 weeks, is that computers are pretty dumb machines. They don't do anything until humans tell them what to do. Over here in the right hand corner, I can make my screen small if I want more space to work in this area. Or I can make it the size that I like. I like this size right here. Or I can make it full screen if I want. I'm not going to go full screen because it makes no sense. You can't see any of your other things. When you're playing a video game, though, you might want to use full screen. Over here are some tools that you can use. For example, if you click on this one right here, you'll see these four arrows that are going in. That means you can make your sprite smaller. And of course, you can make your sprite larger. If I wanted to, I could delete my sprite by cutting them. That does not mean that you're giving them a haircut or anything else. And the stamp button means that if you stamp, you actually get another sprite. And you'll notice down here it says sprite 2. Okay, if I click on this sprite, it means I'm working with sprite 2. Click on that one, I'm working with sprite 1. But that's too many sprites, so I'm going to click off sprite 2. And now we have sprite 1. All right. Over here, we have things you're familiar with. I'm not going to go over any of this stuff right now. But this button is important. This one actually shares your project to the Scratch website. Go over that another time. Saving is important. You want to make sure you save your project every time you work on it. Otherwise, you lose all your information. And set language. Let's just keep it in English if that's okay with you. All right. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of my sprite. I don't like the cat. So, and this is kind of what I want you to do today. The thing that I want you to do today is to find your own sprite, make a background that you like, and make your sprite move across the screen. That's all I want you to do. If you can do more, that's great. Perfectly fine with me. I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and I am going to cut my sprite out. Now my sprite is gone. You notice down here that there are no more sprites. So there's a couple ways that you can get a sprite. And today we're just going to work on this one right here. We are going to just pick our own. I'm just going to click on that file there, and in the file I can choose any sprite I want. I'm going to choose this one. He's a little big. I'm going to make him a little smaller. All right. Now, again, what I want to do is to get my sprite to go from here over to here. Very simple. I'll hit my green arrow. Go, sprite, go! Come on, get those feet moving. Come on! Nothing. He's not moving. Still haven't told him what to do yet. So in order to do that, we're going to move over here, follow my arrow. We're going to move over here to the orange button. These are called controls. Notice how everything in here is orange. And don't worry about too many of these things. We're going to be working with controls, motions, which are all blues, looks, which are all purples, sounds, maybe. We're going to be working with sensing, and we won't be working with these, and we won't be working with those. So These bottom three we won't be working with at all. But let's go back to controls. I don't want to confuse you too much. So our goal is to move across the screen. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to take this right here, this command. What that says is when the green flag is clicked, he's going to do something. Okay? The first thing I'm going to do is come over to motions, because again, I want him to move across the screen. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select this one right here called glide. All right? Now, before we get on to this, something I want to explain. I want you to pay attention to these numbers down here, because these numbers are connected with my arrow. Every time I move my arrow, the numbers change. Notice that? Okay, I'm going to move my sprite off this. I'm going to get my arrow. Right, I get it as close to 0 as I can. Okay, there is an invisible grid on this whiteboard right here. In the very center, it is 0, 0. And I'm lucky enough to land on Y0, X6. I want to have that there. Okay. As I move up this axis, you notice that the Y is changing, the X is pretty much staying the same. Okay? As I move down, you notice that the Y is changing again. The Y is into the negatives now. The X is staying the same. But as I move right and left, the X changes until I pass the 0 and I go into the negatives. Does that make sense to you? Alright. We'll move our sprite right now. Now, what I want our sprite to do is glide from here over to here. So what is this number? Well, it says x223, y negative 14. x223, y negative 14. Now it's changed. So just to make it fair, I'm just going to keep y at 0. And I'm going to type up here 223, and I'm going to tab and keep y at 0. Okay. Now, he's going to glide for 1 second over to this point. So I'm going to click the green flag, because it says here, when the green flag is clicked, glide for 1 second, 223, 0. Okay, and he did. He glided kind of fast. So I'm going to change that glide over back to 5. Let's change it to 5 seconds. But I got to bring my guy back. I got to actually click him to bring it back. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to bring it to glide all the way across 5 seconds. And there, he did it. All right? And that's what I want you to do today. I want you to glide, but I'm going to add a couple things on just to make it a little bit better. First of all, I'm going to get tired of dragging my dude back every time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off to the side a little bit. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab this one called Go To. All right. If this is 223.0, this must be negative 223.0, which means he's always going to start at negative 223, and the y, of course, is 0. And then I'm just going to bring this to here. And now what that means is if he ends up here and I push the green flag, he should go all the way to here before he glides all the way across, because that's what I just told the computer to do. Click the green flag, go to this point, which is over here, and then glide for 5 seconds to this point, which is over here. So watch what happens. He did. He moved over. He's gliding across. Okay. Now, every time I click the green flag, he should do that. All right? That's your job today. Just get your character to go all the way across. Okay, I'll show you how to upload in a few minutes. But it's kind of boring in the background. Notice the background is just pure white. Well, we're going to come down here, follow my arrow. There's our sprite, and we're going to change it over here to this thing called stage. Okay? Stage is your background. Right now it's just plain white. If we come up to here to backgrounds, and we're going to click import. And we can choose from any one of these. I'm going to choose outdoors. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch to choose from. See that when I scroll down, I can be in a mansion, I can be in a pool, I can be on a train track or wood house. I'm just going to choose this plain brick wall. There it is, the brick wall. Now it makes it more fun to glide my guy across. Okay, now now that I'm done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my project because this is what you're going to show me today. So Mr. Smith is going to save this. So down here, I'm going to click that save button right there. And down here, I'm going to call it, I'll just call this week 1 test. All right. Click OK. Now it's saved, week 1 test, and I'm going to upload it. Okay. I can share this project to my Scratch site. My Scratch site login name. Oh gosh, I hope I can remember it. Anyway, I think it's mtsmith at interact.tcsd.net. I hope that's it. And then, of course, my password is ... All right, and I just hit OK. Now, did you see that it uploaded, but then it says failed invalid use? That's because I don't remember my email address. I'm going to fix that today and make sure I can upload. All right, I'm just going to cancel that. But you should write down your username and your logins. Remember those, and then upload it because I'm going to be able to see it from the Scratch website. And so this is kind of your homework for today, is to make a Scratch that goes all the way across the screen. Notice I'm in costumes right here. I'm going to go back to scripts because this is called a script. And this stuff right here, my friends, is called code. All right? This is code. And you can copy this code if you like. Or you can just come back to this video and review it if you've forgotten all of those steps. Okay? Well, that's it for the first lesson. The next one, I'm going to teach you guys how to make him continuously walk across, and we're going to animate him so that his feet are moving. Maybe have him do some other stuff too. All right? We'll see you next time.